report political show. Your number one Ghana's political show in London and in the rest of the world. And then your normal be break. I say, first report. Now, as this will be a weekly program, you can't say no all the time about Ghana. Yeah, my Ghana. You know my El Coso. You crew. Then the topic of the day, no. Who is to blame? Arise Ghana demonstration chaos. Who is to blame for the Arise Ghana demonstration? You crew mo yetimi demonstration and I see yetimi demonstration. And then and one seven you be kind of you be sack kind of be about armed robbers attack on mining company journey with over 350 million worth of gold. Gold na shehe. Why fear no? Why fear pa na gold no? And you can one seven. Now say you be share say no. You're the party in power. Now everyone can say free say. But you're the party in power be share say. You're the Mr. Ohiniba Boache. We're former youth organizer. Okay. Youth secretary. Thank you. Of MPP. Yes. Enti na le uba na ojeni ti say.
No bibia boko. Over fa kwanya we so na inchia ani otifo ne wahwefo nyina. Na afidi de esopa ti nya akonya na yeba ne betena so a na chese ya hoka ti mi da wase any producer say mama yakonya na menchia MPP UK executives chairman Kingsley Dumata edano of our co-election
yebema watu wa my few minutes edawase na afi so Miss Beatrice Asante our chairperson for NDC North London branch. Beatrice, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
How was your journey today? It's been a long time.
I know it has been, yes. I want to thank you. And I want to thank the producer once again. And then thank all my NDC supporters and my members. And I want to thank them for actually taking the time to watch us. And thank you for Omega Live TV for giving us this opportunity to be here this evening.
Thank you. And also we have our own Mr. Kitty Olsen, who is the chairman for Progressive People Party. I know Sepa Kosi will hear program maybe.
Yes, absolutely. He's watching it.
It's been over 2 weeks.
He's in London at the moment. He's watching it.
He's in London?
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay.
He's watching it.
But I'm going to say a bit here.
But
he's
going to come here after going to Accra.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
Thank you. Accra first.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Onyeba, how are you?
My Sister Beatrice. Say we're joining from the NDC. Who Sister Beatrice? Nakuma Mudie. Niswana oye NDC ba nakuma mupa de. Oh no. MPP pa no. You say me kai. I'm say only me nyadwen so no really a secret na.
Yo Lord.
The PA over. Ye be fan is na machia me ofa so. Mr. Yosin so mama na kwa bada ni de nyina ya mehwe no. Ene ni da ye shia na machia MPP UK executives. Ira Kingsley Dumata Japan edano na ohwe modin boy to aba no ono na UK nyina no omoaji atum se ono emeda UK ano sa so na otu champion ono so winning for the secretary and first vice Ira Alex Mensah no Manchester for chairman ɛna Nyankopɔn yɛ adom ɔde ne din baeɛ a ɔbɛwie ne yɛ sɛ branch first vice ɛna ɛyɛ second vice IB ɔno so list for no ɔmo secretary no ɔno so wie ne yɛ second vice ɛna women's organizer of Adachima no a deputy women's organizer in the Nyankopɔn Adaroma. You see, we're very substantive for MPP UK. I price Asante. On those okay, you follow my year, you Jesus, Nadaroma, with the mono. Yes. One could be Tia Tuabano, a year I price Asante, or known a Dinkunim as a youth organizer. So as soon as treasure, the only night program crowd had yes, a year you asthma, yes, asthma. Or no sooner a year treasure, or no sooner maintaining any executives near appointments. So on my union, I say, well, need to own a concubimpe, Michiane pa, or known as the CEO communication director. First, no a deputy near 2 appointments in the by, or none about a year. Communication director. Any council of elders, any chapter chairman, any chapter, any MPP, cooling the chair moving. Hey, sister, and then why if a year pass, said they kind, now come with ye. MPP pa, na any swan na, eja, or ya, or ye, NDC, no, besides, thank
you. Well, yeah, one Kasakakra, and tea, you're the way free, Mr. Katie Osman. Mr. Yosin, Arise Ghana demonstration on we Krubia no, ye Kromasi at Yano, a demonstration. For Nanti Abontin say a Prime Minister being happy with, a June no year happy with, even recently, no transport for London, strike, no more call. Any idea, say Mayor of London on in common, you know, people go for strike and so. Do we have that in our country?
Yeah, Mr. Kula, I would say good evening to all Ghanaians. Because the problems we have in Ghana is not for just politicians, all Ghanaians. First, before my own party, Progressive People's Party, Dr. Apako Sindo, and all our leaders, Nanofu Wusu and all that, I will mention all their names. I thank God that we are 10 years old this year. Yes. Our party is only 10 years old. But MPP is, God knows, it's over 60 years old party that is in government. That's fine. The problem is, see, I'm glad you asked this question. A few days ago, there was a RMT or strikes, railway strikes and all that. Nobody was shot, nothing went on. There were so many demonstrations. I was even in there, Oxford Street. I was part of the crowd because I like to see things for myself. Also, police were just peaceful and lovely. But in our own country, it seems we've got a lot to learn, to copy the enlightened, I won't say civilized, and enlightened world. Copy them and follow their footsteps. Because what is happening in our country, we don't expect this in 2022. A few years ago, when NDC was in government, if I'm right, somebody lost an eye because of demonstration. You know, but these things are coming back again. So Arise Ghana, the guys go on the streets to shout and all that. I think we need the government, or the government in power, in control, to contain the situation easily. My party would have done that. We've got Ghana military there. All the soldiers, thousands of soldiers in Ghana. If you think there's a big problem, put the soldiers on there. After all, we are not fighting any wars in Ghana. We are paying the soldiers free. They are not doing anything to benefit Ghana. Use them if the police are not sufficient enough. So we don't understand. It's a situation that Progressive People's Party is going to challenge the Ghana government to come out to explain why there must be an iota of a problem. Because if it's a peaceful demonstration, of course, I mean, they took permission to go on the streets. Therefore, there shouldn't be anything wrong. If anybody punches a policeman, just pick him up and put him in.
Does the police need training then? Or is it the people, or is the management, the supervising of the demonstrators is the problem?
I think the police are not very well trained. I'm telling you, the police in Ghana today, they are not very well trained at all. because I was growing up in Accra. I knew Tess, I knew police. They were excellent professionals. Today, they are not. The Ghana Police Service, they are not. Most of the personnel are not professionals. Because you've got to buy a ticket or a form to fill to be a policeman. And then you've got to pay a bribe to somebody to be recruited. So when the guys go into the police service in Ghana, that's the ultimate aim, is to amass as much wealth as possible. They are not professionals.
But these guys are wanted now. Now they want them, the organizers. The police want them.
If they want them, it means they are a joke. They are not working seriously. How can you want them? They are there. You don't have to want them. You don't have to look after them, for them, because what? They took permission
by police now.
No, they shouldn't want them. They should not want them. They shouldn't look for them because they are there. You know what I mean? They are not doing the jobs properly as policemen and women. That's why, Mr. Kula, if you got these guys demonstrating there, if Bernard Mona is the one you want to arrest, Bernard is not going to run anywhere. I know him seriously. I know him personally very well.
So the police, you know where he is?
Of course, yes. I mean,
wherever he is, they should know.
See, they are guarding the demonstration. Therefore, if you want to pick them up, pick them up. And we will say thank you for doing a good job. But if you say you want it means you couldn't do the job properly. The guys have, if the horse bolts away from the studio, then you want to, how can you go and catch a horse? You can't even run to arrest a horse. The other side to capture a horse. So I think there's something wrong, Mr. Kula. We have to talk about that.
Beatrice, you grew up here.
Okay.
And you also know Ghana. So you are lucky to have both sides.
Okay.
You have the Western world, our viewers are okay. We in Western world lifestyle, and then you also have Ghana there.
Okay.
And we are in the UK here, 21st century. Now in Ghana, you hear demonstration. Anytime there is a demonstration, there is a problem.
Okay.
It's not only once, all the time. Demonstration. Anytime there is a demonstration, there is a problem.
Okay.
What is the problem?
Okay.
What is the actual problem?
Okay. With me, I'm coming at it from a different angle. Okay. Anytime there's a demonstration, to actually to highlight a problem, okay, they find a way to deflect it. And the deflection, because Mr. Wilson was going on, they're only there if the people that came to cause the trouble were legitimate. Do you understand? When there is a problem, and I know NPP people will say, oh, we're talking about propaganda. Isn't propaganda? Because why do people have a riot? People have a riot or people protest to make a point, okay? And because the point, they find it that it's going to actually open up certain doors. What do? They bring people in that would actually create chaos and deflect the issue, so that you are actually not paying attention to what they're protesting for. But they'll say that, oh, they are trying to kill people or they're trying to do this. And now people are actually not paying attention to why it actually did happen. Because when you were talking about the tube strikes and the train strikes, we know why they had the strikes, because they wanted more pay. They actually had a reason. Now we are not actually concentrating on why the riot transpired, but now we are actually trying to find out who did what.
Yeah, the police are saying the organizers will be held accountable for everything that happened there.
But the sad thing is, it's not the organizers that created the problem. They only put a riot in place. Sorry, they put a protest in place. And then in Ghana, because people know they can get away with stuff, okay? They know people can get away with stuff. So the people that actually created the chaos, you can't actually find them.
But the police knew that this, demonstration was going to go ahead. Did they have the staffing, the skills, the knowledge to manage it?
You know something? No matter how much you have the training, when somebody is coming and they have an ulterior motive, yes, in this country, why does it make it easy for them to catch people? Because we've got cameras, we've got equipments, we've got stuff that even if it's 100 years, they'll track you down. Ghana, we don't have that. And that's the reason why I made the point that if somebody comes in and the person has an ulterior motive, Ghana, we don't have all these equipments. So it doesn't matter how much training you have. You can be trained But if you don't have the cameras or you don't have
the equipment to go with the training,
it's pointless.
So who should it, who should take that responsibility to make sure that, because as a country,
yes,
people have to be free to demonstrate if they are unhappy about anything.
That's it.
It's something that it should not be a threat. So Mr. Ohene, you heard it all.
Yeah.
Where do we from here? He said, demonstration. Every demonstration there is a problem. Every demonstration.
We want the whole world to hear. Our channel, we go to channel 7, so not everybody understands straight.
Yes.
So come on, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. What I would say is, what happened yesterday, we all have to condemn it outright, because DC no ewo eye obra sport no entwe yi den ne basa NDC for any Bernard Mona enna Abrante Bernard Mona every time bia when there is demonstration he is part of it.
Okay.
CJ na waka ho bi Arise Ghana na waka ho bi uhwa e putaye panti na esi o mani so a they went on that demonstration. E putaye pa mo say nyoma e koso o man no and you are not happy with it. Until more kwakoye demonstration.
Say hardship in the country.
Yeah. Hardship of a cooler.
And the petrol prices, they are unhappy about the state of the economy.
He said the state of the economy now. If we are seeing as honest, we share video and then Belgium there, we share a year video I go around now. About thousands of people in RTSC street and so more year demonstration. Until your mom standing orders no, and my clients will be a
say Ghana come no, any Belgium come difference wo. Belgium come no, so unya adwuma, wadwuma say ya, you be say 340, say unya adwuma aban be den. Obema osika, unemployed people they receive money say promo say wenya. Ghana come no, obi am osika did you. The holiday come no difference, different two different.
Offer the me person me say COVID it has affected the economy. It's not only Ghana. And we should not make it a point say it's only Ghana and I want to on my we are seeing no 2016 I befa akunyano na GDP no is a 3.5 year quote 2019 na Nado Adaroma ya pegem to 7.5 and COVID ya boom and ma bibia ekobasa nanso no still na no man panino abone homodin awoye and no ade esi ye no ade ne kobaye ya courts police for the restrain order courts ama courts aje atumu say the routes that demonstrators no mo person mo fa so no enye ho ena ese omofa enam se a man wo ho kwan se oye demonstration ntino court ne ma omo kwan se omonye demonstration but the approved route to na ese omofa ho omo so omo mfa ho
a confusion over the route or the approved route they don't want to, because media report and the report coming out and as I just said there was chaos because of the confusion of the route I saw omofa. But then the police could have led them. Obetimia lady omo say see I am na say na onpa say police dey mo obetimia say
they can block a road.
That's it.
Nothing but block.
That's it. Block a road.
Assembly Kopie court. Temu denia ojina court no. E dey asem no kai. O see agitu mu say mo demonstration no. Na route wa say mo faso. This is the routes. Eyemra court na ahye. Enti die enti na wo be drew grounds wo there. Wose me nko omampanyini atena Jubilee House edie na omonko akopɛ wo Jubilee House wo ɛho so ne security zone enti police for ma kwan a enye yie Where do you see ya? Homona ekofa ni nyina bae. Oso wo fa route. Ya kotena se. Aye nhihye se kwan we na exam fa so. Mo amfa saa kwan no so police so enim se ba bia mo kofa no. Security zone. Eni kwan se mo ko court no na ahye. Se ni kwan se mo fa ho.
Was there enough police there?
I know there was enough police and no mbetimi abo mo ho ban. Enti no ye demonstrators no and ye niamo ho and almost started so mo throw stones. Abo police for no offer.
So almost say police for the two tear gas first.
Enye no kre offer wo ha kro mu a wo koye demonstration na police na obebo property and citizen no ho ban no. I started a true tear gas. There be omo ye omadwin so omo fa unapproved routes and the police were preventing them not to pass that route.
We can be actually okay, Boris Johnson recently I saw a column was
went to a party, yeah.
One Downing Street anymore. Oh, do you know why you are we crash? We didn't crash and that was you. They didn't take note of them. It's just a demonstration. After that, they go their way.
The Mamma Cassans, oh, shed the omo yen and run now. So one passing here, more opportunity to go to the Jubilee House. Do you know what would happen?
You realize you want to know the fence, even the security.
And then no police car cry trade out to. Okay, we read these stories now. And there was a police car, actually say, or mobile ball buying a trade out to. And say they see and we should condemn it. We shouldn't do it, sir, among yourself. And try ye. Or more home cries or more express it what is going on in the country or more happy with it. But to go on to throw stones to the government, the police, no, it's not the right thing. Which
and do you feel? Yes, I heard what he said.
Mr. Ohiniba
you see,
say the police, you know,
what the people did.
Yes, what the people
with
did.
me. Yes,
I said let the whole world.
Yes,
and
what the people did, no,
yes,
was wrong.
Yeah. Okay, that's what they're saying. But the thing is, they're blaming. They're saying that because NDC were they're trying to blame NDC for this, and I truly believe that the people that started this had nothing to do with NDC. And the sad part of it is, anytime, this is what I keep saying, that anytime people are trying to make a point, for there to be deflection, okay, as you said, if these people were given the chance to go, probably they feel that probably the president currently doesn't understand what they're going through. They feel that they have said so much to him, they've said it out loud, and he's not paying attention to it. So if they said they were going somewhere, there's supposed to be enough police or military there to just sort of like stand, because here, when it comes, what's he saying, Downing Street, they go and stand there, and then nothing happens. But when things happen, and then they try and turn it around as though, oh, the people that created the riot were the ones that started throwing stones.
Saying that the organizers of the demonstration will be arrested and put before court for the attacks and damage to public property, in line with the provisions of
Did they see the people? Okay, the police were there. Did they see who threw the stones? Did they see? You see, the thing is, they're speculating, because I doubt it that if it was any of the organizers that threw that stone, they wouldn't have caught them.
Underestimate kind of the number of demonstrators that will be joining or coming.
No, the thing is, I don't think they underestimated, but the people that came there to create chaos did it, and they left. And then they left the masses, the people that genuinely came to come and have a peaceful protest, they left it. So it's like when something happens, then other people take over.
So
I don't think that the intention...
Whose responsibility it is, Mr. Kitiosi?
Yeah, Mr. Kura, I'm very
make
interested.
sure that they control the having demonstration, free demonstration. Who responsibility it is to make sure that there are law and order and everything is going well?
Thank you. This is a very good question. Because the head of the police is a PhD. He's a doctor. He's not an ordinary idiot. You know what I mean? He knows it all. He's a PhD. And when this gentleman was appointed, it was celebration in the whole Ghana. God knows why. It was a massive celebration. That man's a PhD. He's wonderful. I had to walk out of a certain radio station because they said the man is done well. I mean, the man started his job about 8 months. They said, "Oh, you're praising him." I hate it when people praise people for doing their job and they pay Mr. Dampare. I don't know where he was, but we haven't been appointed at that level. You know, we will expect high level of policing in the country. Seriously, they threw stones at police officers. I'm not very pleased about that. My party doesn't like that position. Somebody tried to damage his here and hitting men and women police officers is very dangerous. We don't want our relatives to be treated that way. But the point is that the policing was pathetic. The ratio of police to the Ghana population itself is abysmal. It's below world standard. Do you understand? So it doesn't surprise me. But Accra is our greatest place in Ghana. If it's Boko or Takwa or Cape Coast, you know, where Cape Coast you can't even see a policeman or woman on the street. Never. I've never seen policeman on the street in Cape Coast. Boko and all that. Forget about it.
Repeat what you said. You never see.
I've never seen the local Bob in Cape Coast. All right, I see the local Bob here in London. Police walking on the street to make sure that law and order is observed. But even Cape Coast itself is a village. I'm telling you, it's just a place where people go to study. There's nothing in Cape Coast. So it's a peaceful town. So the police don't care. Maybe it's about 11 police people in Cape Coast. I'm not sure. You don't see them. But in London or in Accra, there are more police people. Accra is a big area.
Has this bring a question? Sorry to. Has this brought a question about security in our country?
Yeah, it's very deadly. Oh God! When you're talking about security,
if the people can do things,
more people
then after we look to arrest them.
Yeah.
Rather than stopping them before they do it.
But you cannot police.
So that means they don't do any risk assessments.
No, it's too much for them. I tell you can't.
Well, risk assessment is too much.
It's too much for the Ghana local police. Let me tell you the truth. When a couple of armed robbers go into a Ghana local police station, the policemen they run away. You know what I mean? So Ghana is in a dangerous place. I'm telling you.
So what training? Yes. So what training did I have?
Nima, air condition, police. So there's a question of security in our country.
It's not necessary.
What is your?
Is
there a question of security?
So that means there's lack of training, and they don't. No, so that means there's lack of training because how can a policeman run
from the police station when the armed robbers went there? It's on record. It's just under 2 years ago.
Not under Dampare's.
Dampare himself, he was there when JP Danko was murdered. He was the policeman around and they transferred him somewhere and they brought him as IGP. You know what I mean? He was a key police officer handling the JP Danko case. We know a lot, you know. Even though we come from Progressive People's Party, we know a hell of a lot. But there's a lot of time, there's more time to talk.
It brought a question of security, youth and security, and employment.
Yeah.
And there is a link here. But you can't. Dampare has a lot of praise.
For doing what?
So the question is there
for being a PhD
in our country?
Then it means that there is.
What happened yesterday? And the police did very well.
They did.
I commend them because looking at the way the protesters, the demonstrators, throwing stones at them, they could have done anything more than what they did. But they restrain themselves. They will make sure say ubiano empra enkoye ade be kwa kofa oyunyo asi uhwe eye kumipreko how people were beaten see bu nkrofo na no
that was organized by Kufuor. Kumipreko.
Na I didn't know more demonstration. It was because of bats. And no you can was yeah. And the boom crofo. Na no so we nipa obi wa demonstration e call no 20 na na yetu obi ani. This time around, you know, the police did very well, say. Omo making sure so omo restraining omo self na omo koya de bia ebeye wunyenka because ties omo shishi ene nyoma omo ye na. If the police says omo retaliate here and kebebro onyonye ebeba no and kebebro de see ene so. Enti mefa kwanya we so na mabo police for abaso. Say they did well.
But armed robbery is increasing in Ghana.
Yes, I know.
And it's quite a cost. I mean, we'll be free Mali, over Ghana, no very robbery. We'll be free
Burkina Faso.
Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Ghanaians themselves, then they're committing it.
We share security service now. Dan Pariba, and he's doing his well. Nanado has also resourced.
But recently, the Ghana Bar Association, I've almost say, armed robbery and other violent crimes are on the rise in the country.
Yeah.
And this is what they have said. Although the police is saying, that is not the case. Omo issue statement on Monday on the 30th of May. More recently said they are on the top of the security situation in the country. But omo very uncomfortable. People are just jumping wall like never before.
You know, the Ohio Security Service now. It's not the first time our mind. We have challenges. And this is not only this administration.
You see, this is where we go again.
No. Ushe Oman Penina, he has resourced the security service that. Nanado resources security service baby. Ushe police cars, any damn pariba, modern bar, war bar. I think say we have to commend him. Say all is not well. I know they are accepted, but we shouldn't blame the police too much. Say they are all things are not well in the country. They are doing their best to protect.
You said Dan Paris is doing well, and I hope he's watching this program. What we want to find out and the people want to know is that where was he when 350 million worth of gold has gone missing? And people don't know where this gold is. Where is this gold? 350 million of gold have gone missing. We are a third world country. And if such a money can go missing there, where is Dampare here?
But we have to ask the company, the mining company, say internal security. Any company should have internal security and external security. At the CN, I think it's an insider, a man, a basa. But where were the company security? I hear from a normal, a DNA course, or Comobe course, I'm good, sir.
And the police for investigation.
Yeah, police for Ghana police. I trust them. Say if they want to do investigation, I believe and I have confidence in Dampare that he's going to.
Mr. Kitiosen, they are saying, with this amount of money, we'll be say ordinary life for better so. Say police for better match, because this amount of money, what they are saying is that because of the corruption and bribery within in our country,
yes.
It will be the
Mr. Kura, let me tell you, I was born in a place in Ghana where there's gold mining there. It's called Takwa. I know what I'm talking about. You go on the ground, deep down, to get the gold. From Warren's time and all that up to date. Going forward, I tell you, from right now, if you're going from Takoradi to Takwa, you can't. The road is damaged. The Takwa road is damaged. Timber trucks, it's a rich area. Timber trucks coming to Takoradi, they cannot come because they damage the roads. The roads need repairing. So Ghana government, it's not companies. Ghana government goes not only Takwa, Obuasi and Konongo mines, they go there in helicopters to go and pick the gold. So the gold is in the custody of Ghana government, but not Mr. Kula, not myself, not in individual Ghanaians. High level,
so which is where as a police for Timichi, they make a name for themselves to say, when it's high cases, high level cases, they can
prosecute them. You see, but it's not happening at all. I mean, this question, we must throw the question at the door of Jubilee House, who used to be called the Flagstaff House. The head of state must really act. I know I don't say he's a policeman, but he's above. He's above everybody. He must get the BBNI under the proper CIDs and all that to go and report within 48 hours to the head of state, Nana Addo Dankwa, our president, His Excellency. If he fails to do that, we must question his own integrity. Gentlemen, are you capable of handling Ghana? If not, then you have to descend and let somebody else take over. Somebody from your own MPP, whether Bawumia or
Arm Robertson.
Yes.
350 million worth of gold. You see how this money could even do for us in our country. This is scary because you know why? It could prevent investors coming to our country.
Of course.
You see, you know when you know you're screaming about the gold. I think you guys have forgotten that what these big trucks, what were they? The ones that they used to dig up. Have even got lost in Ghana. Excavators
can fly in the air.
Precisely. So when you are even shocked, it's becoming ridiculous.
They are going to account for this
in our country.
They are going to account for this.
Is it because
2024 election we shall see?
Is it because the sad thing is
excavators run away. Nobody sees where.
The sad thing is I'm actually listening to Nohiniba and he's saying yes that they're doing fantastic. And I went to Ghana recently and they are not. Because, and when, what saddens me is anytime that we talk about something, oh, we're not the only administration. But so far, you are the people that said you could do better. Yeah. Yes? Yeah. And then people voted you in. Not just one time,
2 times.
Twice. And on this merit, you don't even have the excuse to say that other people did it. You don't even have it. Because if you were not in government or we were not given the opportunity, then you can turn around and say, oh, okay, in the past, oh, this didn't happen. Currently, people are getting robbed. When you're even sitting in cars, people know that you can even just get killed. Yes? Even all those rough roads. Yeah. When people know that you just come, even Uber drivers are even hooking up with criminals. So the thing is, and they know that if they kill somebody, they're going to get away with it.
I want to add something, a question for...
Yes.
According to the police, the incident happened on 1st June 2022, but was reported to their outfit the next day. There is something here, any? I didn't see it. Mama report to now report to. What is going on here?
If you want, one is all report.
What steps have been taken to make sure?
Yes, and gold is heavy. Gold is not like diamonds.
There's security in place. How more a mining company no. I think say this issue now bano. Enya dia onbeje musa. Let's give the security service the benefit of doubt. They are going to give $50 million.
No.
Is this the first time? Is it the first time this has happened in Ghana? No, I think it's time Ghanaians. According to Kofu, it could have even done a lot. Although it's a private business, it could do a lot for the country.
And you know when he said the COVID. No, but Kofi, you know when he said COVID, yeah. What really surprises me is when people use that COVID as an excuse. You know something? Ghana, we did not have that much calamity in Ghana as the rest of the Western world did. Okay. And when it comes to COVID, we had so much money coming in. No, please. We had so much. No.
You can compare the figures.
You know something? No. Do you know how much money is coming?
Other countries.
No, do you know there was so much money that were given to Ghana?
UK compared to Ghana.
UK, a lot of people died. UK, a lot of people died. No, they didn't. Ghana government. No. You know, I don't agree with you.
The operations on the London Stock Exchange. Following the announcement of the incident.
Yes.
Very sad for our country.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And the thing is, for the 21st century, we seem to be plummeting. We seem to be plummeting.
Do we really have a government that is working properly? Because it's not just the president. You've got ministers and all that. Why? What's happening?
No, I think there is a chaos.
There's no accountability in Ghana. There's no accountability in Ghana.
Declaration of access. We have problems with it.
That's it.
We have problems with security.
That's it.
In terms of police also being able to manage the country.
That's it.
Where do we go?
Ghana is a place where even ghost is got about 75 properties.
The government, and looking at how the government has to resource the security service now, it's unprecedented.
Yes.
Mark and some of the things are why you say yeah, keep on betting.
Oh, so we share security service with the cars idea more nyoma ebebo ho ban patrol or de beko patrols ni nyina ban na bo ne homode. There are a lot of things nanu ya no the ugogo abemu nyoma aban no dia support security service no o bo ne homode. Uka ye o man mu Ghana na saka na ekukum ma de to abontre ene MPP aban ba what to say eku e ma do de ato abontre to say first na etutu
how long ago were you talking about? No. When you say that, how long ago were you talking about? No, I'm asking. How long ago? Oh, no. I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you. How long ago? No, you see, anytime somebody says something, I say, how long ago were people being killed and put outside?
What I'm saying is...
No. Ask a question. No, it's not what you're saying. I'm asking you a question now.
What I'm saying is...
No, it's not what you're saying. I'm asking you a question. No. You said, no, you gave a comparison, yeah? And I'm asking you. You said there were times whereby people were being killed. I said, when was this?
It's a very long time, but...
No. When was this? So now, the reason why, Kofi, I'm asking him this is, okay, we are in the 21st century, okay? Sometimes you only compare things that are relevant in the time in which it's precedented. Do you understand me? I'm telling you now that when people used to go to Ghana and people used to feel safe, I went to Ghana, and when it was late, I never wanted to go out because there were people that when you go out, you see people out there that somebody will say, oh, I came here, and I even when you go to funerals, they tell you that even if somebody says your car is being blocked, yeah, if you got a really good car, and somebody comes and says, oh, you're blocking my car, they tell you that go outside with somebody because it's somebody trying to rob you.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So sometimes when we're talking about security, and why is that happening? Because people know they can do stuff and get away with it. Do you understand me? So when we are talking about, you see, we should stop sugarcoating things, because the sad thing is, supporting a political party is supposed to be different from being a Ghanaian. Do you understand me? And being a Ghanaian should be actually prominent. Because if now, God forbid, anything happens to your family, I doubt it that you come and sit on telly and...
You have mentioned a good point here.
Yeah.
But do businesses have the right security prevention initiatives and methods in place to prevent crime in our country?
No!
Do businesses have that?
They don't.
They don't. I mean, they trust the police, unfortunately. But
do you think we rely too much? Because I had no security or a alarm system. They have cameras and this and that. And I believe, despite the amount of money involved, any recordings.
There wouldn't be any evidence.
So do we have proper mechanism in place for businesses, compulsory for businesses to say, we a business, and this is what we expect you to do?
I don't think they got structures of that in place.
No,
I don't think they got structures of that.
We want to know.
We have the structures there.
You do?
You have the BNI,
No, we're talking about the they're talking about the company.
Please.
We have the security service in place, and they are doing well. And, so if you say and there are no structures in place, I don't
what we are saying is
we're talking about the companies.
Even say government, all the government agencies. Do they have a proper security prevention initiatives in place? Because you fire. Even during Matiamidu mentioned it, say the system in place, so we investigation, people surprise so if we have that in place, that will reduce it. So be for BBR when you say far, I didn't camera heading. I record
That's it.
Do we have that mechanism in place to reduce crime for us in our country?
We don't.
No, we don't. We don't.
Your money
responsibility.
Yes. And if there are certain things that we need to
excuse me, sir. I mean, what does it mean? Seriously.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out
Not
myself.
everything that we have to do politics.
Oh, no. What did I say?
Yeah, it's a
No. But what did I say? I was talking about being a Ghanaian.
We have to make sure, we make sure we put a proper system in place, and I think the security service are doing it. We cannot say everything is 100% right. Yes, I know they accept it, but the security service is doing well and making sure that things goes on well in Ghana.
But you contradicted yourself.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you just said now that we shouldn't make it as a political thing. But now you're saying that the government are doing things in place. Me, when I started talking, what did I say? I'm talking as a Ghanaian. Do you understand me? I'm not talking about it in political avenue. Because when you go to Tesco's, you go to Selfridges, you go to any place, they've got those stuff in place, so they will catch you even before the police comes. And I think that was what Kofi was asking. And you were talking about the BNI. We are not talking about that. We are talking about the structures. Like if you open a shop now, if you have insurance, the first thing the insurance person will ask you before they even give you the policy is what preventative measures have you put in place? Yeah? They're going to ask you your alarm system. They're going to ask you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, CCTV.
And that is CCTV. This is what we're trying to say. So it's not about a political stuff.
You won't get insurance.
You won't. Do you get what I'm saying? So what we're saying is, it's not about the BNI, it's not about the police, whatever. This is like structures that are put in place that if you don't follow, then that means there's certain you can't be trading. Do you understand?
I think, Parliament should discuss this to make sure that there are certain criteria to help reduce crime in our country for all businesses in terms of security. And I think that if people are paying a fee towards security for the management of it, that will also reduce the pressure on the police.
Who are they paying the fee to?
Yeah, I think
if they have mechanism in place whereby people have compulsory security system for every business, including government agencies, or government agencies, or a private person. If they don't want to do it, obviously it's private matter. But all government agencies should have that mechanism in place. And I think the government should push for it. In that way, it will help reduce the pressure on the police. And for the safety, and it will encourage investors to come into the country.
Mr. Kura, the situation in Ghana, we all know about it now. This is not politics. The point is that the hardship in the country is at a very high level.
It's very astronomical.
Okay,
Can
that's
you
why
say some of it so that our viewers
unemployment. Unemployment. Then Ghana is a place where there is no unemployment benefits.
No.
Even though the old Nkrumah who introduced social security in Ghana, social security was going to go with unemployment benefit, national insurance was going to go with unemployment benefit, but the poor old man was removed. And since then, MPP that took over from him, Mr. Buzia, he knows about it, but he kept quiet because for him he's a rich man. I'm telling you.
I will let you continue, but I want to say something.
Social security, which we pay.
I will let you continue. Now, doctors go to pension at what age in Ghana? 60.
60.
However, politicians, they go on forever.
Is
it unfair discrimination?
No. There are certain positions like the presidency and all that.
No. I'm just asking that. Is it unfair? Because you are retiring a medical doctor at the age of 60.
60, yeah.
But when the man is maybe 80 years, 70 years, and they still want to carry on.
He is the president.
No, I'm not talking about the president. I'm talking about.
He's talking about the age stuff.
For that one, if you are doing your private business, you can be 200 years old. Nobody stops you. If it's your private business.
I'm talking about
governmental stuff.
A doctor, 60 years, they have to go for retirement. Is it fair?
No, it's not fair.
When a politician is standing in parliament at the age of 76, at the age of
making decisions for us,
and they have to be injected to even get energy to go and stand there.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Is it fair?
No, I don't think it's right.
It's a waste. It's a wastage of human resources.
Which I agree.
At age of 60, academics, that's why you've got the brains to write books and teach people. But they say go home.
And then you have to be a mentor.
I think
You have to be a
I think
mentor.
the whole nation needs to look at.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Uh,
Yes,
in
not
this
even
place,
reflect on it. They have to
you
act
see,
on it.
In this place, we got House of Lords.
Precisely.
In the United
There
Kingdom.
should be a
Yeah.
cap on the age.
Yeah, you're
Precisely.
right. You
The
see,
whole,
Yeah.
Do you know how
Because
this
the
discussion?
pension age in this country is 67 years.
yeah, 67. We're gonna 60.
Now Ghana, we are retired
Developing
people at the age of 60.
60.
But you know when he said that, when I went to Ghana and I got sick, I remember one of the doctors said to me that this 60 that you're talking about, even by the time they start working and they still don't get paid for, I think, about a year or so.
Yeah.
They don't get paid about a year. So they have to, as a doctor, they have to just work and they don't get paid.
You get paid.
And that is exclusive of when they get a place to work at. Do you understand me? Now, this age thing, I always say it. And even I had a discussion with somebody yesterday. I was saying that when you look at a little child that starts to learn to walk, you see how they see the world differently. Yes?
Yeah.
When you look at our children. Now, you see grown-ups that they can barely stand up. They can barely, when they're even having meetings, most of them are fast asleep in the House of Commons, or they are in House of Parliament,
Lords.
the House of Lords, in Parliament. How can you coherently run a country? Do you understand? And this is why sometimes I say that what they forget is the reason why we have children or we procreate is so that you mentor your kids so that they take over.
Yeah.
But by the time they are busy taking all these their Viagras and taking all this stuff, they are going out, they're not mentoring. Do you understand me? So they are not actually helping the society grow. Do you understand me?
Who is they?
I'm talking about anybody that is over the age of 65 that is in government, that is saying that they want to run. And with me, I'm not making this a political thing. Because when you reach a certain age in your life, that is the reason why they say somebody retires at a certain age.
Although we're talking about security, but this is very interesting area. Now, human rights law. 65. Now, someone is a politician who wants to go on over certain age limit. When a doctor is 60, they have to go. Can they take this matter to court in Ghana? That this is unfair
I think
in terms of...
I think it's something our parliament should look at.
I think the
unfair.
people
We're not
should.
using the human rights law properly, are we?
No,
I don't think it's about human rights. It's not
We are
ageism.
still learning, you know. Sometimes when you go to Ghana, you see people who are retired that can be still used. Look at when the COVID came, what happened in the United Kingdom? Medical doctors and
They're
nurses
old,
and
yes.
who had retired,
They all came in to come and help. That's mentoring. There are people that they mentor
But
people.
they developed that kind of spirit, you know. Come and help, but they came to help. But you know.
But here, it's like the old people don't want to get in Ghana. They don't want to step down. And that is the reason why we continue to have the problem that we have. Because they're looking at things obtuse.
It's a national issue that we all need to come together and discuss it and see how best. Maybe we have to get a cap on it so that if we have a certain age, like here 67, there should be also a cap in Ghana where when you get that age, you don't have to hold any.
The cap is there. They just don't.
Our own colonial masters, they've got 67. And we've got 60. A gap of 7 is a big expensive. So it's all the training. You see, medical doctors who are trained in Ghana school, Ghana Medical School, at the expense of Ghana government. The free training, expensive training, they say 60, go away. When you can be a consultant. Of course, if a human being cannot walk.
Or you can be a teacher. You know, have lecturers. We got lecturers that they teach other doctors. You know, there's certain surgeons that sometimes they might have had, they might be ill. And then now they can't operate. So now they teach that technique. You see, we don't have that mentorship.
It also help reduce the number of patients we have in our hospitals.
That's true.
Using these people, you know,
Yes.
to support,
As a mentor, to mentor people.
Right now,
That's
so many GPs in this country are going on retirement at a particular time. And I think we are going to lose about 25,000 of them, you know.
But yes, you see them in universities.
NHS.
But you still see them in universities.
Medical doctors.
But you still see them in universities.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our topic now.
Yeah, we were talking of Mr. I remember Baumia, Dr. Baumia said Mr. Mahama was incompetent.
Yes.
But seriously, today we are observing an incompetent government.
Beyond measure.
Seriously.
Beyond
this
measure.
is not politics. It's a fact. It's true. We are observing incompetent government or administration.
It's very astronomical, yeah.
Someone, I mean,
Yeah.
our viewers, you know,
Yeah.
they just text me and they ask me, what do you mean by that we are
Thank you very much.
observing? Or
We are observing, experiencing incompetency in our
In an astronomical.
in our country. A few years ago, I think about 2 years ago, fix the country. What happened? Fix the country, young men and women, unemployed. They are frustrated,
Yeah.
they are angry, they are bitter, just like an Arab uprising, you know. So the government was afraid and it stopped, didn't give them license to go on the street.
That's
and today, we are having a rise country Ghana.
Yes.
Do you think you are going to see this all the time without nobody doing something? One day somebody will do something, and that's why we call military takeover. Well, a lot of people will run away into UK as before. It has happened before.
But the thing is, they're not even letting them into UK.
Mr. Kura.
That one there, we shouldn't.
No. It's a Daniel Swifia.
no.
I'm
I'm talking about
It's
coup
not.
or
You are
not
talking about the military taking over.
No, hang on.
No, we don't accept that.
No, hang on. No, what I'm saying is that it started with
You
look
are
at
saying
the
something different,
uprising.
but
No.
say.
Are you,
Everybody-
hold on.
no,
I just want to
everybody accept-
understand. What are you
So
trying
you are
to
not
say?
listening. Think about it. I
Yes.
said, well, we read and we understand. We can't take it from our memory. We've seen it before. This is not the first government in Ghana. When you rule people, they are frustrated. There is an uprising against you. Whether you are headmaster or whatever, the student will rebel against you. They wouldn't even want to
Talking
come to
about
classes
rebellion.
anymore.
Not-
Rebellion. It comes in various forms. We've seen one. That's what I've said. Fix the country. The people are angry, not at government, because they are frustrated. No jobs, no money, nothing. Some are doing armed robbery. Some are doing sakawa. Are we happy to see this?
No.
I'm not happy to see that.
Most of the girls are doing prostitution
Yes,
now.
they're doing prostitution. You see, now you got women, you got graduates who are armed robbers. I said it, and somebody said, "So what's your evidence?" I said, "Listen, go to Ghana Police Service. If they are doing a good job, so many people who have been arrested, just look at their profile. You will find unemployed graduates inside. He's a graduate, you go to University of Ghana or whatever, no job for 5-6 years. He's a man,
Yes.
get him to 30 or 35, he must have a wife and have children. He has no money. The only option, that's what I said, the only option for him is maybe to take to armed robbery.
You know when you said that,
Because when you go to do armed robbery, they get millions of money.
and they don't get caught, and they don't get caught.
They don't get caught because if they
it's
work-
part to do with
Unemployment.
Unemployment is
Yeah.
one of the major issues.
Of course,
Yes.
yes.
And people are
Scarcity,
angry.
poverty.
And people are extremely
People are
angry.
Everywhere in the world.
No.
Mr.
When you
Mr.
do that,
Mr.
you know
You
something.
cannot state it. Say
No.
it's only Ghana that is.
But-
Let him finish.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't
Let
know.
him finish his statement.
Okay, go on.
It's not only Ghana that's unemployment.
Yes.
All over the world.
Hey.
There are people that are unemployed. So you cannot say Ghana and Kwana unemployed.
No, hang on, please. Nobody saying that. We talk about Ghana. I don't know.
Where?
Planting for food and jobs.
Where?
Of course, for Ghana.
Where?
And yet, it's not the whole country.
Oh,
Ghana.
Heneba, don't
No,
do
no, it's
that.
true.
On paper, that's
No,
excellent.
you know what
It's good on
saddens
paper.
me?
No. And unemployment in India, a baby anywhere about with me a year free.
You see?
So what I say, you can't say,
You know what?
unemployment in a month for a two kobo apron. Yes, you might be right there, but and yeah, no, a buy no so born a home day. And my new man planting for food and jobs, one district, one factory. Any panel also. Any no bit me, anything crack. A buy me, and you want to say, ya win manaka dumpi. Any money money yes, a ban we buy, you know. Satan me or necessary.
As for now, there's no bone.
Nay or necessary.
I can't yet it's so come there. This
Yes.
is a very true combination.
Yes, that's it.
Two
combinations.
No, but now there's even nothing. Did you guys
Let
see?
him finish, please. Let him
Okay.
finish.
Okay, now I finish.
Oh, my no. And another one home day.
No.
Don't do that.
Ghana.
I would say
Ghana.
No.
And I would say, yes, the obey bia no yenti obia aban and NDC for the buy unemployment what is here bontre time na me
want to see you properly.
Yeah, because anybody is looking at you and is not looking at me.
No.
Yes.
First time I tell
Was it real?
Yes. You're saying this with a straight face. Oh my
God.
God.
Of Unemployment Association. Graduate nurses are now mono. Enye adwumanye aban we buy when napco nipa dodo ayafa no and I make her say nyina no aban
do you know that people are not being paid?
No, please, we don't listen.
Is it no coffee? I don't know where we're getting, but trust me, we ain't getting nowhere because you know when they say that, do you know what saddens me? Is the fact that I don't know whether we live in a deluded environment, but they are not doing it. Let's say that Akufo-Addo and his people are enjoying the money. Yes.
Yeah,
when he said Yeti Sikaso and all those ladida wewe. Yes. When he came, he's actually enjoying the money, and we you know something. We see that he is. But when you see people, let me tell you something. I have got family and I've got certain friends that they live in Ghana, and I know one friend that he lived here. And he went to Ghana, yeah? He was doing business. And now he says sometimes you'll be lucky, and it's somebody that's born here, that he went to live in Ghana. He now wants to come and live here till 2024 and praise that NDC wins. You see? The funny thing is, okay, well, everybody has got their view. And that's, no, but I know something. I'm not even going to argue the point of view because everybody, they say, everybody, yes, the Ghanaians are going to lynch and MPP are going to be lynched. Let me finish, even Kofi, let me finish. You see, the thing is, you know, sometimes everybody, we're here, we're comfortable, we're saying what we're saying. I keep saying that I went to Ghana and I saw how even now when you're buying, people can't even afford their rent. They can't even afford food. Recently, I was looking at some school free meals, yeah? And the food that they're giving these kids, I don't know what they were giving them. It was like, I don't know whether it was soup.
Do you think that
No, hold on. It was Ghana. The point that I'm making is we have kids. You know something? We have kids that are still sleep. The kids that are still. Let me tell you something. We've got kids that are still studying, learning under trees, and they say when it even rains, yes, these kids have to be sent back home. Do you understand me? In 21st century in Ghana. And Akufo-Addo is saying that I'm building a cathedral. And then you see Akufo-Addo saying, now we're going to redecorate the House of Parliament. When they are kids, that sometimes the parents actually have to buy tables and chairs. So my point that I'm saying is when you said you're doing well, yes, that one district. And that's the point, because I don't see it.
Okay. Mr. Rebecca, this last point was a very important point. Leading member of the MPP, Dr. Atta Kennedy, were reported that MPP is not the same MPP they know in the before era. Ghana development has retired under Nana Addo's presidency. This is coming from Dr. Atta Kennedy. Then he is also saying that most leaders and members of the MPP have left behind all the party values and are now pursuing their own self-interest. The party has not improved but regressed, and party principles are not respected. What is making Atta Kennedy say this, Mr.?
Yeah, because Ghana is a place where even a ghost has got 75 hours, a ghost called Sir John. Sir John's ghost, even ghost, MPP ghost, have not so much millions. You know what I mean? Of properties. In a short period that he was given a position, he's got this. And he's dead and gone. You're going to give the money to relatives in order. You have to retrieve these monies from the relatives. A ghost can't earn that much. If a ghost, MPP ghost, is that wealthy, then how about the MPP live men and women?
It's not the same party they
of course, yes. No, not on the Kufo. He's right. I read it. He's right. On the Kufo, it's with a totally different MPP. And look, I was saying something, and this my brother was a bit uncomfortable. Now, though, I think about 6-8 weeks ago, he says anybody who attend the military takeover, what would they do? They would crush him and all that. Good. But NPP introduced coup d'etat in Ghana through Afufa Kutuka and Mr. Busia, Dr. Busia. NPP, they brought coup d'etat in Ghana. Ghana, we never knew coup d'etat growing up. It's an MPP that introduced that. And today MPP. No, sir. No, I'm telling you, it's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, of course, yes. True Busia. I'm not kidding. True Busia. I feel far. The fact that we are not born is not an excuse. I'm telling you, we do history. I'm sorry we're not born at that time, it's possible. But I'm telling you the truth. You know about the First World War. We know about Hitler and all that. Jews being exterminated. We are all not born, but we believe it is true. We do history.
What evidence is there for Arthur Kennedy to say that they are pursuing their?
Because he's one of them. He's part
because
of
he knows.
Part of the MPP. All right. He even wanted to be a presidential candidate some years ago. So he knows what he's talking about. We cannot disprove everything, you know what I mean? Sometimes we have to accept the truth.
But no one has come out to challenge him. No one has come out to challenge
him. Because when you are in, you know, when you are in, you know, there are certain people that are passionate about their government, okay? And for somebody that's so passionate about their government to say this, it's supposed to worry even people that they're just following MPP. You see, this is why I keep saying that. Yeah. With me, regardless of politics, yes, why would somebody come? It's kind of like somebody being in your own home and condemning their own family. There is a reason why somebody...
It's happened to Boris Johnson.
Do you think that Dan Parrish should talk to him about saying that people are pursuing their own self-interest, party values? People pursuing your own self-interest is very, very big. Because that means people are stealing.
Yeah,
which is true.
That is corruption.
So, yes. That talk to him about
because he's frustrated. Probably they're not even giving him a piece of the pie. So now he's actually really upset about it. Because you know, like sometimes they say there's no honor among thieves. I'm not saying he's a thief though. But the point that I'm making is the only reason why somebody will come out so blatantly is because probably he thought, oh, I'm supposed to be part of them. Do you understand me? And then now I've been left out. So now automatically he's going to come out, because if he was getting a same piece of it, I doubt it whether. And I'm not
that he doesn't see eye to eye with Nanado.
Because probably he thought
you will know more.
I'm not aware of that.
Of course, I'm not aware. It doesn't. That's the point.
Who there are certain things he don't agree with, but MPP is democracy.
No, it's not.
What is it? We give.
It's not Democratic Party
to express the feelings. What is it?
I pursue party values to call. Now they will be a penny own self-interest.
You don't know your party. Penina was some party leader. Now no baby I was telling you who no. But see party for any penny be a Ghana no. Doesn't see it that way. You know the party for you to say this if we are can sama na senior man kuya na ya chung.
Oh, no.
So you people, you actually kill the people.
We want a straightforward answer. People are listening to you.
No, and no interest or your party.
No, we want a straightforward answer, not a blame game.
No, or your party.
People are listening to you. They are watching you.
What you're saying. If there's something wrong in the party and he says it's
what is your understanding about say MPP is not the same MPP they know, he knows, or people know in the Kufuor's era? And Ghana development are retired under Nanado presidency. Yes, still Nanado is saying one district, one factory, a lot of initiatives. But then here we go with Dr. Kennedy saying things are
plummeting.
Oh no, not dream or check.
Mr. Nana, you keep saying that and all that. The impression you are creating.
You're talking about his own view.
Everything is fine. Let's forget about that gentleman's view. But to be quite honest with all of us here, we are talking about Ghana.
Not being realistic.
You know what I mean? My party, we have not even got a dog in parliament, but we are still persevering because we know that there's going to be a time that MPP will be no more, NDC will be no more, we will be there. Because once upon a time, MPP was irrelevant. Once upon a time. When Nkrumah was here, MPP was, what the hell was MPP? It was nothing. But today is their time. That's what they're in position. When Kwame Nkrumah was there, JB Dankwa, Busia, they all fell apart. Man, you can't compete with Nkrumah. Everybody knows.
Okay.
Now that they've got the power, I wanted them to do better than Kwame Nkrumah. They are not able to do that. It's a big problem for Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah go to Ashanti, they are strong hold in Ashanti region. What do you see there? You see Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. All MPP people are recruited there. It's not just for CPP kids.
But I think
Or
what
for
Kofi is
financial hospital,
actually...
no, the big projects in Nkrumah did. We want NPP to do the same big project.
Mr. Yosin, I think what Kofi is actually saying is, for somebody to come out, okay,
Yeah, to
and
say
say that the party has lost its sense
course.
of what it is,
Yeah.
that means there is a massive problem.
It is. It is.
My question is,
Yes.
why no one is questioning it?
Why
Because
nobody,
it is
nobody,
Talking about it.
Because
or
it is
nobody
true.
is trying to tell him that what he's saying is not true, because they know it is.
You know
But you
that
see,
Kennedy, every time he has to,
who's that?
he has something to say.
Who's that? Kennedy.
That's
Yeah,
a Kennedy.
Dr.
What
Kennedy.
you understand? So it's not new. That's his view.
Okay.
And he's expressing his view. If he's a party man, and if there is something wrong, and he has the right to say, so it's his view.
Okay. All right.
Now, closing off, the future of Ghana. NDC, we know Mahama is more the likely candidate for the next presidential election. And we know that with MPP is about Dr. Bawumia and also with Alan Chamatin. And we also have others like Kennedy Ejapon who are also throwing his hat. We have Dr. Pakwesi Nkrumah.
Dr. Papa Kwesindo.
Also, what does the future hold for
When
with
you
this?
touch, when you touch my party leader, Dr. Papa Kwesindo, there's a beautiful story to tell.
Okay, hold on. What does the future hold for us as a country in terms of your analysis?
Yeah.
As
I think we need a different set of political party to come into the equation for a balanced and sanitized debate. Ghana is not about political parties. It's about the nation. We've now seen that things are not going well. In the 2022, we should have been far, far away. Far, far away in the sense that when the old man, it still goes to Nkrumah. When Nkrumah was living, we had the railway lines. In Ghana, Kumasi, Takoradi, Accra. We had that triangle. It's gone. It's flattened now. Okay? And the railway is one of the best things in the whole world. United Kingdom here. Railway station, Industrial Revolution, when it took place in the United Kingdom, railways was one of the greatest things they did. In those days, it took a very long time to go to Wales or Scotland. So now railway stations are all in every village and town in the UK, as an example. That's what we want to see in Bolgatanga, Kulungugu, and all Kufodua, Kede, and all that. You know, they've rather killed the railway lines, and we are all driving our cars on the road. Kumasi, Takoradi, Northern region, we are killing ourselves on the road all the time because everybody is driving a car. There's not even national bus service anymore. When Nkrumah was living, there was national omnibus services in Ghana. Today we don't have bus, but private cars, plenty, Mr. Kula. You are a driver, I'm a driver, we all drive. So many people are driving. I didn't drive here. I came by public transport, by train, you know. That's one example. In Ghana, can you talk of a train? No. If you go to Kumasi, you got to go by plane. We are not all rich people, you know, very few rich people in Ghana. These are the things my party, Progressive People's Party, is thinking about. We are thinking of a national development agenda. So if we say we want to develop Atebubu, everybody will toe the line. Any government, party that comes to government, for instance, will go and improve Atebubu and all that. But it's not everything in Accra. We have all come into Accra. Everybody come to live in Accra. Okay? Everybody in Ghana, from all the regions, we have all gone to live in Accra. All the other places are quiet. It shouldn't happen like that. We want the government that will do that. We are not fighting. It's not politics. We need pure common sense to administer the nation. It's sad. It's sad.
Okay, you know when you said what you said, and I do appreciate you're talking about. With me, the future is the narrative has to be changed in terms of development. You know when you were talking about how things has to be on the outside. Schools were built on the outside, and they said they were built in the bush. Hospitals were built. Even today, I sent you something whereby you've got medical equipment that they've been sitting outside.
Rotten.
And they're rotten. If I'm lying, please tell me. You see, what I'm saying is, because there's no accountability, until people stand up and people are not persecuted, and then the government or whoever is in place takes accountability, and for us to stop sitting there saying, no, they're doing well, we are not going to get anywhere. Because if people are not held accountable, how are you going to turn around and then feel that you're going to be penalized? Here, if a politician, even if you go to a job place and you're not doing your job, you lose your job. Ghana, you can't do that. A politician would steal and then they'll move him to another department. There's no accountability. So the way forward is that anybody that is seen taken, or you come into government, you know that you came with one house, and then in less than 3 years you got 10 houses. You have to account for that. And if we don't do that, it doesn't matter who is in party.
Yes.
It's still going to be the same way.
Thank you. What does the future hold? You have 3.
Okay.
Or is it more? Bawumia.
Oh.
It's the same.
I think there are lots.
Alan.
We have
Kennedy
Jogate,
Jogate.
Adedimo,
Wow.
I believe whoever emerged as the leader of the
Even if you decide that you want to go.
party, we think we are going to break the 8. Looking at the things that
Break
the government
8.
has done.
Eight of what?
There's
A
no
tall
state-
order.
Of I said
8
there's
of what?
no state company
8 years.
or a bus
8 years
company.
cycle.
We have STC, a
I
revised
think they have to
STC.
go for 12 years.
So I think
four.
whatever the situation, whoever emerge as a leader of the party, we are going to help break the 8. And no dear, we are the NPP.
8 of corruption.
We are going to break the 8. When the time comes now, party for Ghana for Behep Mahama time, corruption near the Atoto Aban with
Wow.
His Excellency
Oh.
President. And then Obia dia Waye ni Ekwa Kamu Asem 2024. And we are going to assess NDC time. Na Obi ye corruption na Mahama Chino. Edi naba Flagstaff House no abeman appointment. Ni nyina no.
What does Akufo-Addo do?
Na ya ka che Ghana for, and whoever emerge as the leader of the party, we are going to break the 8. And the NDC for I don't think they are coming.
Okay, but when you say that, what does MPP, when somebody does a corruption thing, what do you guys do?
There are state institution obiye bibia nanado edema state institution ema omo ye hwehwe mu. Australia they see nanado the my institution ehwehwe mu no enye ono na ye hwehwe mu no o the ma state institution no ma ye hwehwe mu.
What happened?
Eba the state institution be kan eno ne ye adwuma. What you say ntina no nkyere say no ne different from Mahama time and no be a corruption no atwena ba the Flagstaff House no aba, but this time around Nanado has also resourced the state institutions no ye adwuma kama. And I think say when the time comes 2024 no, we are going to assess both parties.
Oh, Heniba, you lie so lovely. I'm sorry,
Mr. Thomas Ohiniba Buachi of MPP, Asante of NDC, and Mr. Kitiosin
wow.
Of Progressive People Party. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
First report from next week, and next week we'll be talking with our security expert. We have some number of people from with a security background and also technology background, IT. You know, Mobekasa, we'll be talking about a number of issues in our country and what is not working and how we may be able to use information technology to help bring some changes in our country. Producer Jobedu, thank you very much. And also Sister Dansoa, and good night, everyone. Good night, and see you next week at the same time, 9 p.m. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Good night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kura.